Hello and welcome to me talking about the frankly embarrassing abundance of films that I have picked up over the last couple of months. You would have seen my German haul recently, which consisted of, I don't know how many fucking films, but a lot. And I have as much, if not more, of regular releases from all over the world. Dust there. That I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to kind of break these ones up as well, because the German one was long. So this is going to be a few short bursts of different maybe genres or types of films. But right now I'm going to talk about stuff that I got from America. Also, you can see my shadows here, which is annoying because I'm doing this in the evening while there's a storm outside and there's a fucking light above me, but you'll have to put up with it because I'm not moving shit. But we will talk first about Whatever It Takes. I never heard of this film before. When I started watching movies with Andrew Dice Clay or movies with Fred Williamson, I kind of got into looking up everything else they'd done. This one just skimmed past me. I just never heard of it until Vinegar Syndrome, the good lads, decided they were going to release it. And it is Don the Dragon Wilson is the lead role in it. Andrew Dice Clay plays a sort of side cop, and it's basically a undercover cop movie, but with instead of it being about typical fucking drugs, it's about steroids. It's really, like, again, when you look at Vinegar Syndrome, like, that's all glossy. They do savage artwork on the front and side, and you have the original kind of metallic sort of right in there, and then that's one of the old posters for it, which I think actually is makes it look cheap as fuck. Not the release, but the actual film itself, it makes it just look cheap as fuck. And I have the reverse on that, because usually I'll be looking at that as the front and that'll be the back anyway. That's one thing that's a bit annoying about these VSAs from Vinegar Syndrome, is that what's on the front of this is also, like, they're the same each side. And the other thing that kind of bothers me about them is there's two good interviews. There's one with Don the Dragon Wilson and one with Fred Williamson, but they're always quite light on extras. But the transfers are fucking brilliant. And here's one of the posters too. I think I don't know if there's two posters on it. There is, yeah. So, poster for each film. Open it. So there's the new artwork that is done for the release, and the original artwork. So, pretty cool to have that. I just wish more Vinegar Syndrome stuff would have books and would have, I suppose, more consistent reverse art and more extras in general. I mean, you get the VSU releases, which I have. Oh, Jesus. See, this is another thing as well. These are quite tight. They're great. I love that they're good, sturdy boxes, but it can result in it getting caught up here. And you can see the plastic kind of gets caught on it, which is a bit pain in the arse, so I'll actually do that afterwards when I'm not fucking around it for 10 minutes on camera. But yeah, it's a good film, and surprisingly, Andrew Dice Clay is brilliant in it. He's okay in general as an actor. This wasn't too long after Ford Fairlane. But he's actually, every line he delivered in it was actually done really well. The film itself, the action scenes are fairly naff, but it's fun, and I suppose it has an edge to it. It's not really common. You see things about steroids, and they actually talk about that in the interviews, how no other kind of movie was doing that. So it was fun to see that. There's probably one of the most egregious Ford Fairlane reference I've ever seen in anything. It's just, it doesn't even make sense to the script. It's just so badly put in, but it's good fun. It does get boring in the middle, I will say that, but it picks up. It's worth at least one watch. I'm happy I have it because I like having the VSAs, but whether I keep it, I don't know. I might give it another watch down the line because it was good crack, but who knows. Secondly, and this is a big one, because I think, if I'm right, maybe I'm not, it's out of print. I know there's all kinds of issues with this, and that is Django, the original Django, Sergio Corbucci's one with Franco Nero, that came out in 66, I think it is. 66 or 64, around then. There was a release of Django through Arrow, and apparently there was a whole big rights issue, and it got pulled, and only a few people got them, and it was an insanely rare collector's item. They've obviously fixed up that stuff. I think it was Blue Underground they had an issue with, and now they've released a proper new 4K edition, and this thing is fucking glorious. Strange edition at the same time though, right? Obviously the artwork, probably hard box, it's absolutely deadly. Love the original artwork on that poster there, or on the cover there. I can't remember if they had the same on this side. Yeah, that's just actually the other art. That's printed on it. So the first disc is the 4K version of Django, which I'm dying to watch, because I mean the release I watched years ago wasn't great quality. So it'd be nice to see something that's like the best it's ever going to look, because there was a version that was released recently that looked amazing, and this is even better. So I can't wait for that. And obviously laden with extras as well, full disc of extras, because Arrow, when it comes to extras, actually on both sides there, you can't knock them. They are great with extras. But strangely, Texas Adios, another Frank O'Neill movie, is the limited edition. It just comes as a bonus. But this is something that Arrow already released. Now I think it might not be out in America, because this is an American release. So I think that might be why. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I did, but this is all American releases. But maybe that wasn't available in America initially, and that's why they threw it in as a bonus on this. But for me, I fucking only bought it in their last sale, so I was a bit like, I was kind of hoping for something different. That's a postcard for some Italian crime film they're going to do down the line. These are stills from the movie. They're pretty fucking cool. I don't know if he's on the back of all of them. Like really old-fashioned postcards. Oh yeah, there's basically 2 images on each. See if we can show them a bit better. Oh, there he is. See, some of these look like they're like illustrations mixed with the original fucking images from the film, which is pretty interesting. Oh, there he is at the end. But yeah, they're pretty class. The flick itself is deadly. I haven't watched it now in a good while, and like I said, I want to revisit it while it looks its best, because when I watched it, it was fine. It looked a bit washed out, but apparently now all the vibrance and colour and everything is brought back in. And of course, big booklet that comes with it with savage artwork too. And Arrow books are in no way shy with plenty of fucking content. They have tons of fucking proper deep interviews, old reviews, fucking essays, just all sorts of shit. And there's like original posters and stuff in there, which I'm not going to linger on, but this is pretty fucking nice. And I actually got this by trading some other shite that I bought that I didn't like, but a friend of mine does like. Oh, hang on, yeah. There's also the original posters. Open this up. I think it probably has the new art on the other side. Ugh. So that's one of the original posters there for it. On the opposite side, the poster that's on the front there. So that's pretty fucking deadly. Usually they put the kind of new artwork on the poster, so it's kind of nice to have the original. But yeah, this along with my next film that I'm going to show you. I had a few films that I didn't really think much of that I wanted to get rid of, and one of the lads had these because there was a mistake. He got sent 2 of these by accident, and 2 of the next film. So he just said, hey, do you want to trade these for them? I said, abso-fucking-lutely, and now I'm the proud owner of the Django 4K Arrow release, which is still going for mad money. But probably not as much as the out-of-print other version. The other film that I got, and I was going to buy myself anyway eventually, is Jodorowsky's Santa Sangre. This is one that I haven't actually watched. It's one that I've been meaning to see for fucking ages, and I wanted to get more Jodorowsky stuff, because I've seen El Topo, I've seen Holy Mountain, and I was like, I really want to fucking see these. And I heard this is among the best with his stuff. Very glossy kind of cover on it too. You can see the kind of outline. They're sort of debossed. It looks deadly. Big fat box as well, which I wasn't expecting. This one's from Severin. I think I've only got a couple of Severin releases. And yeah, this is again, he wanted to get rid of these. I had some shite that I wanted to get rid of that he liked. Perfect trade. And this is loaded as well. It's a 4-disc edition, which I actually thought it was only a 3-disc edition. So I hadn't had a proper look at it, but you can see there's a lot of weirdness going on this shit. And when you have Jodorowsky, it's going to be as weird as you can get. Lovely fucking artwork each side. Have to be wary of the reflections here. I should really do these during the day. Sexually weird is what you're going to see when it comes to his stuff as well, and a lot of Jesus imagery. So there's the soundtrack for the film. That is, I think, extras, and then there's the Blu-ray of the film and the 4K of the film. I don't know what's behind all these. Probably the same image. Yeah, mostly the same image. Then you have art cards. These are really glossy, glossier than I thought. They're actually like Polaroid photographs, like stuck together like I just got them freshly printed. Fuck, I can't even separate them. I never actually looked at these when I bought it, or when I got it, I should say. So there's some Jesus and chicken imagery, as you'd expect. There's nothing on the back of them. Yeah, definitely gonna be some weird shit in this. Christ, hard to separate these. There's some fucking people chasing after a unicorn. I don't know if even there could be 2 stuck to that. I don't even know. Element. I think there's like freak show elements of this. Yeah, this reflection is actually killing me, especially with this glossy stuff. And yeah, you know some shit's gonna go down there. But or is there another one? There is. There you go. There's probably more, but they're really, really stuck together. But yeah, they're fucking is a serious edition, and by all accounts, the transfer and the extras are blinding. I haven't watched it yet. I will get around to it. There's just I've been catching up on a lot of shit to watch, and particularly now towards the end of the year, I like to just watch new stuff. So old stuff kind of takes a backseat, except maybe Christmas movies, which I will be getting through as well. Last of the American stuff, this is something I wanted to pick up for fucking ages, and I decided, after seeing it being on the likes of Amazon and other websites for over 120 quid all the time, and then it finally went down to about £80, I thought that's still too fucking much, and I happened to find it then for about, I think it was like €45 on Wow HD, and I said, alright, I'm sending off for America for it because the artwork's just as good and it has all the show and that's all I want. And that is Miami Vice, the original full complete series that fucking started everything. There'd be no, without this and without Scarface, there'd be no Vice City. This is why it exists. Seriously nice big box set as well. And there's everyone on the back. I don't know what it means if it lost episodes. I never heard of any lost episodes for it, but like I am pretty novice when it comes to fucking Miami Vice. Like I've seen clips over the years. I know the first ever episode of it was a 90-minute movie, and then the first episode of season 2 was another 90-minute movie, and it was known as Miami Vice 2. So they work as actually films as well. But what's amazing about this is like this is legitimate, like 80s. Like when people think of like 80s movies or stuff being set in the 80s, they try capture this atmosphere and they never get it right. It's so rare that they get these kind of things right, but this is what it was actually like. This is the blueprint for it all. And every episode would have like an iconic hit song in it, or more even, more than one. But they would blow up in the charts after it featured Miami Vice because it was such an important show on TV at the time. See, the first season, now it's actually strange how you do it. There's a lot more discs than I thought they'd be. Just like judging by the boxes, you wouldn't think there'd be that many. But there's actually, I think, 2 discs on each part here. So if I take the front one off, you'll see that there's a disc 2 behind it there. So there's 4 discs, I think, in each box. I don't know if the UK one has a similar thing, but that one, Brother's Keeper, that was the 90-minute movie initially, and I've seen a bit of it, and there's one scene in that set to Coming in the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, or it might have been Genesis, one of them, that is just so fucking slick, stylish and cool that I thought I actually have to own this series. It's so fucking good. I've been seeing it for years, meaning to watch it for years. That's why I've always had my eye on it. The DVD set was even going cheap, and I was like, well, I actually fucking just grabbed the DVDs. But I was like, no, I want to see this on Blu-ray. And when you watch the fucking show, if you do, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. This season 2, same again, a bit bland artwork wise. I mean, I suppose they just wanted to compact all these fucking seasons. Actually, I think if you look there, Prodigal Son is the second movie. So I'm looking forward to watching all them, and I can log them as movies each on Letterboxd. Season 3 there. Some American like Blu-ray sets have that as well, where they overprint the plastic and it kind of hangs off the edge. It's a bit annoying. This box feels a little different to the other two. I'm imagining that. Yeah, it actually is a slightly different kind of box. Very slightly. Don't know if season 3 is the same. No, season 3 is normal again. That's bothering me. I'm going to have to try to find a new box to replace that. Yeah, this ran for 5 seasons, over 5 years, I think. So it finished in 89. And as far as I know, it got a bit more daft as it went on, but in its peak first 3 seasons, it's meant to be a masterpiece. And then after that, it's like good. It's entertaining. So if I get at least 3 masterpiece seasons out of it, I am more than happy with the purchase. But I'm more just looking forward to watching that fucking first 90-minute episode in full HD on a fucking OLED TV with all that good music playing. But that's everything I got from the American side of things. Apologies for the shadows here, by the way, as I said. Doing this at night. But yeah, there'll be more videos very soon because I'm going to probably record them right now, but you're going to see them maybe in a couple of days. Or I might do it all at once. It actually does not matter. I'm also thinking of moving to TikTok because that's where people seem to fucking watch things, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks for watching. Try seek these out if you can. You can easily get at least 2 of them. I think Sangre is also on Wow HD. I think it's near 50 odd quid. and I think that's going 40 quid. But they might go down in price, who knows. If you know anyone who's getting rid of them, get them to send it to you. I will also be talking, I mentioned this now, I was going to hang on until I got to the next Vinegar Syndrome batch, but I've ordered my sale items for around Christmas, and hopefully they'll get here by the end of the year. If not, in January you'll be looking at another colossal fucking haul. So keep an eye out, and thanks for watching.